Hi everyone, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining the space. So we are reacting to a Karan Aujla song called Tauba Tauba. So let's go for it.
Yeah, proof.
हुसन तेरा तौबा 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 आओ ले लिया कुड़ी ने दिल साडा हाले थोड़ा साफ जहा नहीं लगदा इरादा गुत्त बाली लंबी नहीं रखी है मुट्टे यार ने है देखदा परांदा नहीं हो देखदा पराडा स्टॉप फिगर तो लगदी लटीनो एक वारी दस दो जी इन्नी क्यों शकीनो कल ही तू इटली तो आई मर जानी ते परस तू पेरिस तो मंगाया वैलेंटिनो हाँ तेनू क्यों ना दिखा तेरे तो की सिखा तेरे ते की लिखा हुसन तेरा तौबा तौबा तौबा
Oh, I love this.
हुसन तेरा तौबा 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 हुसन तेरा तौबा 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 हुसन तेरा तौबा 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 सोहणीए नी अख तेरी थी फायर अगर देखदी नी इदां तां शरीफा ਇੱਥੇ ਕਹਿੰਦੀ ਤੂੰ ਮੱਚਦੀ ਸੀ ਤਾਂ ਹੀ ਚੱਲ ਕਰੇ ਲੰਡਨ ਤੇ ਪਾਰਟੀ ਆਈ ਵੀਜ਼ਾ ਸਾਡੇ ਲਈ ਫਰੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਪੋਰਾ ਲੱਗਦੀ ਆਈ ਜੀ ਸਟੋਰੀ ਤੋਂ ਤਾਂ ਬੋਰਾ ਬੋਰਾ ਲੱਗਦੀ ਬਾਜ ਤੇਰੀ ਸੋਹਣੀਏ ਜ਼ਰੀਲੀ ਨੂਰੀ ਵਰਗੀ ਜਦੋਂ ਲੱਕ ਹਿੱਲਦਾ ਉਦੋਂ ਤਾਂ ਨੋਹਰਾ ਲੱਗਦੀ ਹਾਂ ਮੇਰੇ ਨਾਂ ਦੱਸ ਦੇ ਕੋਈ ਥਾਂ ਦੱਸ ਦੇ ਮੇਰੀ ਜਾਨ ਦੱਸ ਦੇ ਹੁਸਨ ਤੇਰਾ ਤੌਬਾ 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 हुसन तेरा तौबा 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 हुसन तेरा तौबा 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 हुसन तेरा तौबा 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 ਤੋਂ ਅੱਖ ਤੇਰੀ ਮੰਗੇ ਕੰਗਣਾ ਹੁਣੇ ਮੈਂ ਬਣਾਦਾ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਦੱਸ ਤਾਂ ਸਹੀ ਜਾਨ ਮੰਗ ਲਾ ਮੈਂ ਤੇਤੋਂ ਜਾਨ ਵਾਰਦਾ ਆਪੇ ਨਿਕਲੂਗੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਤੂੰ ਹੱਸ ਤਾਂ ਸਹੀ ਤੇਰੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਨਸ਼ਾ ਪਹਿਲੇ ਤੋੜਦਾ ਕੁੜੇ ਸੋਹਣੀਏ ਸ਼ਰਾਬ ਦਾ ਤਾਂ ਨਾਮ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਸਾਡੇ ਤੋਂ ਚੜਾਈ ਤੇਰੀ ਵੱਧ ਹੋ ਗਈ ਨਿਕਲੇ ਤਾਂ ਸੜਕਾਂ ਤੇ ਜਾਮ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਹਾਂ ਗੱਲ ਮਾਨ ਮੇਰੀ ਮਹਿਮਾਨ ਮੇਰੀ ਤੂੰ ਏ ਜਾਨ ਮੇਰੀ हुसन तेरा तौबा 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 हुसन तेरा तौबा 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 तौबा
Ooh, this is so good. I loved, you know what I loved? I loved the Latin elements in this song. Instantly, like, I was like, oh, it's very giving Latin. And he did kind of give hints of like that when he was like, are you Latina? Da da da. Like, and then the Valentino, even though Valentino is not Latin, but just these play on words that he was using in the song, I think was really nice and added to the whole kind of like spicy vibe of the song with a Latin feel. But then they were still very much rooted in sort of Indian culture and Hindi music. Like the flute at the start and sort of towards the end was it's a very traditional instrument that's used in Hindi music, right? And just music that is predominantly from India. They use a lot of flute, and that was sort of in there. So even though it's like a modern, upbeat sort of Latin style song, there's still that elements of like traditional cultural aspects to it, which I really like about it. So I always like it when, you know, obviously I like it when artists embrace different genres, even if it's a whole genre that I'm embracing. But I do think it kind of relates and can become relatable, and people enjoy it when there's those elements of like traditional cultural aspects, like with the instruments that we use. So I really love that. And I love the lyrics. I just think the play on words, the rhyming that he was using, And the different, yeah, there's just the play on words, the lyrics and the way he was singing it was really cool, and I think was really catchy and had like a cuteness to it, and I just like that vibe of it. And I think yeah, and there was also a bit of saxophone in there, which I loved. I think that was nice. That different instruments within one song, I think, is always really nice. Even though, yeah, I think the fact that it was merged with Latin, it gave it that space to be able to be experimentative with the different instruments and the different styles. So I love that about it. Like, yeah, and yeah, the instrumental, everything about the instrumental was so beautiful. It was so vibey, and it was just, it matched the energy of the song. You know, he's talking about, oh, you're so beautiful, your beauty, oh my, like, wow. um and it just fit the vibe of the song, that sort of passionate, free flowing Latin feel with the lyrics. It matched so well, and I really loved the his voice in this was really nice, especially the slow bits. I like the variety within the song. It was had the fast bits where it was like where you can kind of do move your hips and like do a bit of Latin dancing, but then there was bits that were really slow that showed off his voice really nicely and kind of brought like the meaning, even though he's kind of, it's like a fun song that he's talking about, oh, your beauty. The slow bits show that, oh, it's not just like a superficial feeling that I'm feeling here, there's something a little bit deeper going on. But then it's still a song that you can have fun to, you can dance to. But I do like the fact that it had those elements of like heartfelt moments, and it was nice. You heard like the quality of his voice a lot more in those moments, which I think that was also nice. I think having variety like that in a song, especially with a singer, where you can have those moments where you can turn up and you can dance, but appreciating the vocals, and he just has that chance to shine vocally, is nice. And I think that was really a nice little addition to the song. So I love this one a lot. So if you guys enjoyed the reaction, feel free to like and subscribe. If you like the space, if you like the vibe, join the family if you feel called to. And if you have any other requests of Karan, Aujla, or any other artists, feel free to request it in the link below. Also, comment down below. I know that Asha Bhosle did kind of sung this song a little bit, didn't she? So I'd love to know like a little bit more comments on that if you have anything to share. I love connecting with my Indian audience, and I really want to connect more with you guys. So feel free to share your perspectives, your thoughts in the comments. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, bye.